you see the set the lineup thing?
Yes, sir. Check your jacket, check your wallet, check your shoe. It's episode 42 of the Set Your Lineup podcast. Happy Friday. This Friday morning, 8 a.m. Our new lineup, our new schedule. Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. will be sports. Friday morning at 8 a.m. will be fantasy sports. And I'm not just saying fantasy football because guess we're bringing baseball back this year too. Because we got fantasy basketball season on the way. Our fantasy comrades, we did get the draft setting on the last show. Check that and check our Facebook and check the inbox. We'll let you all know the draft order. And of course, Joe is up top. But this is our fantasy show. I used to have a piece of tape across this, and this is showing backwards. Life is fun, and I used to have a piece of tape. I got to put it back up there. I think I got mad one fantasy football year and snatched it off. It's a piece of tape, and it said, "Fantasy football is serious. Life is fun, and fantasy football is serious.
Very serious.
Very serious." And I'm having
talking about that earlier today.
Serious time. To the right of me, I got who?
It's the world-renowned fantasy gangster, Triggerman Joe. Episode 42. We are very, very excited. I like to say it's draft time always in your life. Yeah, it's like I was saying, in life. I hit that feedback. Darn. So today's show, and we are very, very serious when it comes to fantasy season, as moderator has stated. And we're going to give you fun facts. We're going to give you choices about what you put in your lineup, who should cut off your team. So it's going to be an exciting show. So we're looking forward to what's to come.
Up under Triggerman Joe, I got who?
The People's Champ, the Hornet Nest legend. My Denver Broncos are riding the winning streak right now, even though we're in a rebuilding season. But the future is bright.
Hey, that's a hard background there. Your background, your helmet looks like the state your football team is. Weed is legal. Buy that helmet. Buy that helmet. Last but not least,
it's your boy DSPN. The U is still undefeated, baby. They don't want to hear it, but we still undefeated. But I'm the only college team on here that's undefeated.
That's a fraud. Straight fraud.
You're the only one in the ACC too. So,
yeah.
People Champ, let's get into it.
Quickly. ACC, didn't they have a undefeated team to win their league and not make it to the playoff last year?
We ain't them, and
And a
them ain't
team
us.
with a loss. Okay, so don't talk
Hey,
about them
we
like that.
ain't
No,
them, and them ain't us.
yeah.
And
Mhm.
Vandy spanked that ass, so I don't want to hear no fuss.
It happens. It happens.
Hey, my bad. I left out clutch. Yeah, we don't have clutch on this episode today. But prayers to Florida.
Hang in
Um,
that tough clutch.
right. I forgot clutch team Florida State. I forgot they weren't in the Sun Belt. I forgot they were in the ACC.
Forgot they was
They were
even a
trying to get out
team.
the ACC. They might want to change their mind.
They might want to
But
come
they
to
end up
SEC.
playing Troy and UAB and South Alabama. But
Make me
this is
sweat.
not a college show today. This is Friday morning, and we're here to talk fantasy football today. We still have our recap for Monday night main man. We
Mine.
on Thursday show we go over our Thursday main man, so y'all will have time to make those. I'm gonna say the wrong thing. DFLs,
DFS.
DFS. I almost said DS. I almost said DSLs, and if you know, you know that's the wrong show. Whew. uh, People champ, stat man. Can you give me the recap from last week's Monday night main man?
All right, last week the game was New Orleans versus Kansas City. Champ had Alvin Kamara. Trigger Man Joe had Travis Kelsey. DSPN had Chris Olave. X-Man had Watson. I don't know who the hell
How many
that
points
is.
he scored? How many points he scored?
Wait a minute.
I
No.
think 1.2.
No, he scored 0. He
uh,
cost me a dub.
Gino had Shaheed. And Sims had Alvin Kamara. And the high fantasy player for the night was Shaheed at 24.6 points.
I tried to do what Clutch did last week.
Mhm.
Uh, yeah, we watched that game at the Wild Wings. It was a very good. Thanks people champ for the 10-piece. At the Wild Wings, but we watched the game and it was a very very good game. And
You made mention of a toilet bowl game during that.
oh yeah, shout out to DSPN. Uh, he lost the toilet bowl game to Max out. I think Clutch. I mean Max out Chris. Shout out to homie Chris.
Warm it up, Chris.
Yeah, Chris. Shout out to Chris. I played spades with Chris the first time I met Chris, and I embarrassed myself and my family name. I'm really not a spades player, and I let Chris down. But Chris did not let me down this week when he beat DSPN. I'm not gonna talk about DSPN's.
How you do you? All about the you.
No, you gotta do the zero,
He
but
the
I'm
back
not
with
about that.
he the back with you.
I ain't gonna talk about nobody record because I got a couple leads with yep.
Bro.
So let me ask you
DSPN.
this. So if you lose the toilet bowl game, do that mean you still in the toilet?
Yeah, I'm still down there, cuz. I'm still in. I'm flushing right now. I'm in the no flush zone. I can't even be flushed.
Well, we need R. Kelly stuck in the cloud. Well, we need R.
And I
Kelly.
think is that a league with a but never fret because DSPN is at the top of the waiver wire in 3 leagues.
Ooh.
I'm in 5 Yahoo leagues, and DSPN was in top of the waiver wire, number 1 pick of the waiver wire
He's
in
saving
3 of them. The other 2 don't have waivers, so you might want to pay attention to this guy on this fantasy football show, this fantasy sports show. You might have to subscribe to his Patreon or something to figure out how he does it. But these guys know fantasy sports, and that's a lot of us met, or a lot of us became close through fantasy sport. So if you're watching this, I'm sure you have leagues and groups that you all play in. So this week's main Monday, we have the Jets versus the Bills. People champ, since your twin pick ain't here, Clutch, we're gonna let you go first.
I'm gonna go with a guy that had 22 targets last week, and look like his quarterback is kind of in love with him. So I'm gonna say Garrett Wilson.
I didn't know he had that. A lot of people were trying to trade me Garrett Wilson this week. I think both the men that just shook their heads tried to trade. Both of them shook their head at the same time. I think both of them tried to trade me Garrett Wilson. And it took a long time for me not to. I didn't know he had that many targets last week. We might need to step back in the office. But okay, Garrett Wilson. True Man Joe, who you got?
I'm going with Brees Hall. He's been catching a lot of flack the last 2 weeks. This is an important division game. He go put the team on his back and remind everybody he's still that guy, that dude.
I should have went first. DSPN, who you got?
I'm gonna stick with who I got. I was gonna say Brees Hall because if he don't show up this time, if he don't show up this time, he getting traded. But I'm gonna go with Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. How you think he'll get traded?
I said Brees Hall will get
that's
traded
on
off
your
my
team.
fantasy team
Oh.
if he give me another donut.
Right. And I was gonna say Brees Hall. Then my backup was gonna be Josh Allen. And I don't want to have the same score as you guys. So I am going to go with Cook.
Don't do it. Pick somebody else.
James Cook.
Pick somebody else.
And I had, and you picked it.
All right, I tried to warn you.
Who you went with? Who you went with again, champ?
I got Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. Lazard might be a good one. Nah. But we'll see what Clutch and Unpredictable what they say on this matter. And we'll you got a count. Do we have a count on this?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
The People's Champ got 0. Joe got 0. D got 1. X-Man got 1. Gino got 1. And Sims got 1.
You mean Tim? I'm behind Clutch.
Yep, it's a 4-man tied first with 1 point.
It seemed like Monday night has been easier than Thursday night.
Yeah.
Because Thursday got a lot of zeros in there. So
only two people with ones.
Notice that fantasy people. Shout out to FanDuel, DraftKings, Underdog,
Prize
Picks. Hey, subscribe to our page, people, because we would love more than anything to have the little one on the bottom. No, did. We gonna get there. So say you join the campaign early, subscribe and share the page, and let your people in your fantasy leagues know about us. Now this segment is what had happened was. I'm gonna work on the drops. I think I got one. Wait a minute. So what had happened was segment is our fantasy, the big moment recap of the week. What big thing we saw, no diddy, in fantasy football. ESPN, what you got?
I'm gonna go with Tracy. I think it's time for them to relinquish the reins of Singletary over to Tracy. He's a playmaker, and he needs to be on the field and get more touches. Plus, I got him in about 5-6 leagues.
All right, who is Tracy? I mean, what team he play for?
He's a running back for the Giants.
Right.
Rookie running back for the Giants.
Right. People Champ, you got a fantasy moment?
When you say fantasy moment, you mean something upcoming?
A recap of the last fantasy week. That's why I thought DSPN was going to talk about a certain person that we talked about in the group, but carry on.
My bad. Let me just break it back. Goes off to my boy Derrick Henry. He scored his what? 1,000 touchdown.
That's
Wow.
100.
no.
That's what it feel like.
Right.
That's what it feel like. Feel like
Yeah,
he
by
scored.
someone in high school. Yeah, you're right.
It feel like he scored about 1,000 on. But they said that Derrick Henry might be the last running back to be inducted into the Hall of Fame.
I don't think so.
You don't think McCaffrey gonna be in there?
Do you?
Yeah.
What has
Wait a minute.
McCaffrey did great?
He went to some Super Bowls. I don't know if he's gonna win one.
Yeah.
Hall of Fame is just personal individual stats.
Right. I mean, can you tell the game of football without mentioning?
Wait a minute. In
McCaffrey?
quarterback, when we come to talk about quarterbacks, we worry about it if they won a Super Bowl or MVP.
I'm talking about Hall of Fame. Do you know what I'm saying? McCaffrey has had what? 2 great running back full seasons? The
More than that.
entirety of the time he's been in the league?
Yeah. He's gonna be
He-
top
Barkley
5 in
had-
catches.
He won't be first
for
ballot.
a running back.
He won't
Barkley
be
has
first ballot.
had 2 good running back seasons has been in the league. Kamara has had 2 good running back seasons has been in the league. After them 3, all the running backs are split time.
That's a wild statement though. The last running back to make the Hall of Fame.
It's trending because everybody's saying that. You got the only 3 options that you have is McCaffrey, Barkley, Kamara. With their age, how banged up and all that is, no Diddy. Like Derrick Henry could possibly be the last running back inducted for a while.
Okay, for a while.
Because everybody else now, running backs are fading away.
Yeah, and the 2 that supposed to be doing well, Brees Hall and the boy from Atlanta,
Bijan.
Bijan, they ain't doing nothing. Yeah, so you do have a point. But McCaffrey gonna probably make it. He still, if he can come back, he still got to come back. If he don't play another game, he won't make it. But if he come back and fill in some more stats, the boosted stats up, he'll make it. Probably not first ballot because he ain't won no Super Bowl, but he'll make it.
I'm trying to see who was the last running back to make it in the Hall of Fame.
Beast Mode one.
Beast Mode in the Hall of Fame?
Beast Mode going in the next ballot, ain't it? Well, going to be the next.
Terrell Davis, maybe?
Or Chris Johnson.
That's a long man. When I'm typing it in, it keeps showing Derrick Henry might be the last, but I'm trying to see.
Edgerrin James.
It was
He the last one?
2017.
Wow.
Him and Terrell Davis.
Davis.
That gives validity to your statement.
There has only been one running back inducted into the Hall of Fame since 2017. Edgerrin James was the last one.
I know Terrell Davis made it. I just don't remember what year he made it, though.
He went 2017, too.
Okay.
But
Frank Gore didn't make it?
Frank Gore just retired, didn't
he? He retired.
Sean Alexander, CJ2K, Derrick Henry, LaShawn McCoy, Jamal Lewis. Do any of y'all think they have not Gore? Yeah. Y'all think they have a chance of making it?
What I'm
What's
saying,
the list again?
If they do make it, they're gonna be in there before Derrick Henry time.
Oh yeah.
To be voted in. So Derrick Henry might be the last one to be voted in now.
Man, pull up McCaffrey's stats, man. That man, if he don't play another snap, he gonna make it in, man.
No, like Joe, he's had 2
He's considered the best running back in the league for the last 3 years.
He ain't played 3 years worth of games in the past 5 years.
Pull up his stats. See what his stats say.
He said, "Pull up his stats, see what his stats say." But I know one thing. What DJ said,
He ain't lying.
Man, CMC 2017, his rookie year, ass. 2018, he had 1,000
Boom.
yards, 7 touchdowns. That's mediocre.
What about the catches? You gave they take
Listen, that's
the receiving.
mediocre, cuz.
"You want the catches?"
2019, 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. That's a great season. Guess what after that? 200 yards for a year, 400 yards for the year, 300 yards for the year, 700 yards for the year. And then last year, 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns. 2 great seasons.
Nah, he won't be there.
That's it.
No, he gonna have to win 2 Super Bowls to even be
That's
considered.
it, cuz.
He might have the complexion for the protection. Shout out to
No.
my homegirl Lucretia, one of my pod mates.
Now I
She
can't
said,
say Adrian Peterson will. Once he
Oh, most definitely. First ballot.
yeah.
But again, he's going before Derrick
Yeah.
Henry.
True.
right.
But the league done trend away from those bell cow running backs. They going with the 2 back committee.
And that's the whole point of the conversation.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry is the last bell cow. Will he be the last running back to go in?
If Lamar Jackson don't play another game after this season, will he go in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
2-time MVP.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if not, just put him at running back. And he going that easy. No, did it. But so what were we at? What had happened was segment. We talked about Derrick Henry.
Oh yeah, I was finna go in and say shout out to the Cincinnati game. Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase with the high scoring trio that helped me win just about all my games I had with them, except for the high scores. Somebody had Chase, and I had Burrow and Higgins, and I came up short in shit like 3 different high score money things. So that's horrible, but they had great games.
Did y'all have any luck on DFL?
DFS, no.
DFS?
I hit the Thursday night, kicked the Thursday night off with a $200 bag. Well, right at a $200 bag.
I would have hit if Dallas don't score that touchdown at the end. I would have came in first on one of them.
Is Geno stream frozen to y'all?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
But it's frozen though.
Okay.
Look like you're looking at something on the screen. You got a smile on your face.
Yeah, you got an erection or something. I mean,
Boy, pedophile.
you know he like, hey, man, that's this dude, Drake. That's his guy.
Look, I don't know what's going on here, but we gonna fix it. My Joe, did you have a big moment of fantasy?
I won't say big moment, but a disappointment. Everybody was racing to the waiver wire to pick up Dontavian Wicks. Romeo Dobbs was suspended for action detrimental to the team. They were playing against the Rams, like the 31st team against the pass. So you thought that he would have a tremendous day coming off what he had last week: 13 targets, 2 touchdowns, bunch of points, and he wet the bed. So knowing the impatience of a lot of fantasy owners, they're probably going to drop the guy or try to trade him or whatever. But be patient with it. The guy is a sick talent, 6th-round pick.
Well, my fantasy big moment recap of the week. What happened was what Joe said was going to happen. Kirk Cousins got in his bag.
Kirk Shizzle.
Cousins scored over 50 fantasy points. Kirk Cousins threw for over 500 yards and 4 touchdowns.
You like that?
You like that?
And he out there trying to do the wave with the fans. He connected. The fans wanted him out of that spot. I'm sorry, I'm taking your shine. My bad.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, but it's amazing how fans is short for fanatic. How they wanted the man out of town, put the Ricky in the game. Kurt washed up. Now he's the toast of the town. Can't get enough of Kirk and that good loving baby. And the running back ain't even doing anything. And Kirk doing it. Man, come on, man. Kirk on the city right now.
You're right.
Super Bowl low.
Man, I told you they got a shot. He can win the division easily. Offense can't be stopped.
So I mean, Justin Fields is he still? I mean, it seems like he's getting better, and the team is not.
And you got to have weapons in this league. Got to have weapons, and then our best weapon is he's very very immature. Don't want to block, and he's close to getting a contract yet, so he don't even get it. So,
But come to find out, the last game they had him on a snap count that nobody knew about.
cause he don't like to block.
No, like that. I don't know if they hiding the injury or what, but they didn't play him that much.
I'm trying to tell you, on run plays, he wasn't out there on the field because he don't want to mix it up. He don't want to block. And and when he out there on the field and the ball don't come his way, he don't run the route with no conviction and stuff. So he's difficult. You know, he would have been he's a first round talent. You see, he went in the second round. That's part of the reason because.
So basically, what you said right now, everybody should be trying to trade Pickens.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have drafted him.
Well, Russell Wilson probably starting this week, and he'll do much better this week.
You think Pickens will do better with Russell Wilson?
Absolutely.
Russell Wilson can't throw the ball 10 yards.
Man, don't do that, man. Don't do that.
You think Russell Wilson starting?
Yeah, I think he's starting this week.
He showed that
lost
practice.
2 in a row.
Let me get on the
Lost-
trade market before this episode airs to the public.
Mhm.
Let me get on the trade and see if I can. I can't trade Russell Wilson in our 2 quarterback league because I have. I mean, not Russell Wilson. I got Justin Fields, Jaden Daniels, and I have AR-15, and I don't trust AR-15.
Ain't trust.
So I can't trade Justin Fields.
I
And
just dropped him in the swamp.
You just dropped him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 1 quarterback lead though. But
Yeah, it is.
Bedroom Body is offering up some good stuff. No Diddy. But he wants a quarterback. I might make that trade tonight. Y'all please don't vote
There it
down.
is.
And then Justin Fields goes for drop 30. Drop 30, and I done traded my quarterback to
Because you
Bedroom.
look at it, going into the season, they had nominated him to be the starting quarterback or whatever, and this and that. So they was very fond of Russell Wilson and his leadership and been in the league, quarterback savvy, leader, et cetera, et cetera. But then he had the calf strain, so they went with Justin Fields, won 3. Now he done lost 2. They're going to turn it back. This is the perfect time. They're going to turn it over to Russell Wilson. Now is the time. And he's going against the Raiders, so boom, we're going to get the win. And then they're not going to go back to Justin Fields unless Russell Wilson get hurt.
Well, that's our what had happened was segment. Weekly waiver wire best grab. Best grab, not Donald Trump style. Triggerman Joe, who you got?
Best grab, I would say Jalen Tolbert. They have a great rest of the way schedule. Brandon Cook is out right now. CeeDee Lamb don't have no brains. He's getting on Dak nerves. So Jalen Tolbert, if I'm not mistaken, he led the team in targets. And that may continue unless CD wakes up.
Interesting. Can y'all see me? Still can't see me?
No, you still having a good time.
Okay,
like you in a P. Diddy party.
I'm not moving.
No, not at all.
This was
This was
like you snorted something.
What happened was
this was because I made fun of Joe all on the internet for not being able to see
That karma, baby.
yeah, indeed.
That is crazy. I ain't even
Not
think
being
about it that way.
ESPN. Because I can see
Mm,
myself on my screen. But
solid as a rock.
anywho, you said who you said your week of the best grad was Joe?
Jalen Tolbert.
Jalen Tolbert. That sounds
You
okay.
see, where's the number one? You don't wear number one unless you know something.
Mm. People champ. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with the guy that we was watching during the game, and everybody went out tried to pick him up in the two league that don't have waivers. Even though they're on
Juju
bye
on that
week
beat.
this week,
Outlaw.
Juju Smith
Juju on that beat.
Schuster.
Juju on that beat.
Okay, that was one of mine, but I knew you were gonna go there.
Mm.
Uh, that's a great, yeah, that's great. You know you're on bye week. That's a great move. Hopefully it's not a great move because I have Worthy. Shout out to Worthy and his mother, Nicole. Shout out to Nicole. I have Nicole's son. I have Nicole's son on my squads. So,
D, you going to get Juju over there in the longest yard?
oh, that's who that was earlier, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole. Who,
Nicole.
who is Nicole?
Xavier Worthy's mom.
That's her right there?
Yes.
She ain't look like that on TV. When them thighs was showing.
And nobody does. I mean, you can't. She's the photo. She's photogenic. DSPN. Who besides Nicole? What best grab do you have?
Yeah, I would love to grab. But the best grab was actually Kirk Cousins because he was only rostered on about 46% of teams league wide. So that means over 54% of leagues he was on the waiver wire where I would have picked him up in one league.
I got him twice.
Yeah, so that and Tank Bixby because he looks to be
First
probably
of
a
all,
better.
ask you for one. We asked you for one
Well,
best
I
grab.
just want to say Tank
Well, Ty
Bixby.
was gonna say Tank Business. That was my second person after Juju.
Well, I want to say Tank
I got nothing.
Bixby
I got
because he
nothing.
looked to be a better. He looks to be a better running back than Travis Etienne.
And that had showed a couple times. It was being said that might be the case, and it was being said
They
that
said that was the case last year a little bit.
right, and it seems to have come to a
And it seems
fruition.
that Etienne just don't know how not to fumble the ball.
Mm.
And they won a game without Etienne finally.
He still made plays in the game. I think he's dealing with a shoulder injury.
Shoulder, yeah. Got a shoulder.
Yeah, he had like 6
All I
catches.
know is I picked up Tank Bixby because I was thin at running backs. He scored 38 fantasy points for me.
Yeah,
And
I
you had him
felt
in
it.
the game. You had him starting.
Yes.
I did in like 2-3 leagues.
Okay, well, I don't have.
He ran for like
Yeah,
91 yards last week, I think. 10 carry, 91 yards, 81 yards.
And
From the
two, like,
University of Auburn. I think a 3rd-round pick.
University of Auburn is crazy.
That ain't where he went.
no,
Auburn University, son.
I think he went to Auburn University.
Auburn
Auburn
University.
Oh,
University.
they trash. Now the name done changed. They done changed.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Joe remember back when they were called University of Auburn. Man. Troy State. Shout out to Troy State. They should have never changed the name from Troy State to Troy University.
Yeah, they ain't never been the same.
All right.
Used to have some upsets over the years.
Yeah. Now they never been the same, but now they're getting in bigger leagues. Okay, Joe.
But who they beat?
Uh, they beat LSU. Shout out to Unpredictable, and they beat I'm a man. I'm
Mississippi
40.
State.
But let's go ahead and to our go ahead and clock out segment. If you are a real worker, you done heard the term before. Hey man, go ahead and clock out.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and clock out is one player that should be dropped this week. Tricky Man Joe, you got anybody?
Just one?
You can name. No, because you're gonna name. If you don't
Okay.
hit a, you after us three go, you can name some.
If you was foolish enough to draft Zamir White for the
Whew.
Las Vegas Raiders, you need to just go and put him in the trash can ASAP. You can own him to get rid of him, cuz. And bonus pick, Derek Carr, like first 3 weeks, he was the number 2 quarterback in fantasy. You can just go on and dump him as well in the next trash can.
Derek Carr, Zamir White. Go ahead. Go ahead and clock out for me. DSPN, who you got?
Go ahead and drop. Dang, I dropped him and he had a good game. It would have been Trevor Lawrence, but he finally showed up to work. So, and Joe wanted to choose about 15 different people, but I'm gonna say go ahead and drop.
A-Rod.
If you're starting Patrick Mahomes, go look for you another starting quarterback in your fantasy leagues.
Not
He on the bye week. You got to go get the starting quarterback. What are you talking about?
He shouldn't get the job back. He should not be starting for your fantasy football team.
Not in the Rock, though. Not in the Rock, right?
But you gonna be bold
Two
enough to drop
quarterback league.
him?
Do not drop Patrick Mahomes.
I don't think Mahomes done scored over. Do you know that Daniel Jones has outplayed Patrick Mahomes fantasy wise?
Man, you gonna get up off Patrick Mahomes now.
Do you know Daniel Jones has outplayed Patrick Mahomes?
Daniel Jones outplayed a lot of people.
Huh?
He done outplayed a lot of people.
Do you want to know where Patrick Mahomes rank in the standings of quarterbacks?
Probably, I'm gonna guess 28, 29.
Let's go on there and see. He seems to be. Go ahead, Gino. I'm gonna come back to me. Let me get this.
Daniel Jones like number 17, number 18.
Who you got?
I'm gonna go with a pair of running.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Patrick Mahomes. Go ahead and clock it. People channel, who you got?
I'm gonna go with a pair of running backs. One, somebody made a foolish bet, talking about they was gonna outproduce I forgot who my running back is. But anyway,
It don't matter. You could
Jacob.
any running back.
Somebody
picked Jalen Warren. He ain't
somebody
played.
said
He got no points yet. He gonna catch Zeke.
Somebody said Zeke Elliott gonna outproduce Jacob. Easy money. Like take a cannon from a baby. You could drop Ezekiel. And my second one is Mr. Steele from the Kansas City Chiefs. He let Kareem Hunt come in there and take his little job. And you got your boy coming back within the next 2 weeks. So that backfield gonna be crowded.
Yeah.
So those two you can drop. Carson Steele from Kansas City and Ezekiel Elliott from the Dallas Cowboys.
Ezekiel Elliott for the Cowboys should be on your team. He should have dropped him about 2-3 weeks ago. Well, he should have never been on a team.
ESPN, I can't add you in. I can't add you in because my computer is not letting me do anything.
Whoa.
And you just dropped. But ESPN has another screen. DSPN, go ahead and clock out.
Dang.
Man, hold up. I don't know what's going on. But
who you picking?
I'm picking. Hold on, if I disconnect the camera, I don't know. Okay. At least so I'm not froze on the screen no more, right?
Bow tie behavior.
Okay. So I'm not frozen on the screen.
Mm-mm.
And I can't get DSPN back, and he went away again. I have Jake Haener. The I have Jake Haener, the
QB2 in New Orleans.
QB2 for New Orleans. He wasn't the QB3, he was the QB2. I knew that
Spencer Rattler.
Rattler, thank you, Joseph. You helped me through a hard time.
Man,
I
call
knew
me Joseph.
Spencer Rattler was
Like
great
I was in
in
school.
preseason,
He was.
but all signs showed that he wasn't the number 2 quarterback. So I went and picked up in a dual quarterback league. I went and picked up Jake Haener,
Oh
and I
boy.
dropped him. So Jake Haener, go ahead and clock out. Another guy I picked up, he had some extreme success, but 2 of his wide receivers was out, and I thought maybe he was going to hang in there, maybe be a good third wheel. But I do think the wide receiver that got shot in the chest and kept his watch is going to outshine this young fella when he hits the field. Jaquan Jennings for the San Francisco 49ers scored a 40-point game on 1 week, but now he can go ahead and clock out. So that's my 2. We'll finish with the put me in coach segment. You can name a player to start or name a player to sit, or name both. Player to start and sit.
My start of the week will be Jamar Gibbs for the Detroit Lions. He's going to run up all down the field on the Cowboys. His running mate will too. My sit of the week would be Keenan Allen. I should have known when he came into camp, 245 pounds, that he would be not on my fantasy team. Well, the host gone too now, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Episode 42, y'all. Set your lineup. No one does it like us. I guess he had to go ahead and clock out.
Clock out. All right, so my starting sit players. I'm gonna sit D said Alec Pierce is his start player. But mine is I'm gonna sit Palmer from San Diego. He's supposed to have been the number 1 receiver. But he haven't done anything this year. And my start player, I'm gonna start Mr. Mooney from the Falcons. I had him last weekend. I drafted about 5 leagues. I think 3 of those leagues I had him on the bench with that big 40 burger. But I had him, the 2 leagues I had him playing, I had to have him playing because I didn't have anybody else to play. So he's a must start now.
I agree. He started off a little slow to start the season.
Yeah.
He is really a fixture in that offense, and his speed is showing up on the field. And he dropped a couple of passes.
So did.
Outcome could have been a little bigger. I wonder how you would have came out in the rock if you would have caught. There was like 3 of them he dropped with some big yardage on it. I know one was about 30 yards on it.
Yeah, he would have been one. Would have been a touchdown because it was 1-on-1. Mm-hmm.
Major difference. Okay, Gino said his start of the week is Jameson Williams. I think if I read that right.
Yeah, and you tried to trade him to me today.
Mm-hmm.
And his sit is going to be AR-15.
He might be sitting anyway. Joe Flacco might be starting the 39-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
Still producing. It's amazing that no one offered that man a contract but Indianapolis. D says sit Deshaun Watson. Man, what's your take on Deshaun Watson? What you think about what's going on with this dude?
It could be washed up. Can you hear me?
How you go from being a top 5 quarterback in the league to washed up?
Because he haven't played. He had that one game last year. I actually had picked him up that week because I
At
had
the
my
end of the
starter
year.
on bye. Yeah, I picked him up that
I
week
really,
and played him. He had 20-something points, and
I
I
thought that was
dropped him
gonna be
after
the
that.
springboard for him to show us, I'm here, I'm still that guy. But I think psychologically, I don't think he can get over that hurdle in order to be what he needs to be in the league. I don't think he's mentally tough enough or strong enough, and he got his money. I don't even know if
Hmm.
his teammates like him. I don't like his body English. Like he don't want to play football, so but they stuck with him.
Yeah, at least another year.
Hmm.
All right, so that's gonna end our show for today. Look like we're having a lot of technical difficulties, maybe because of the storm, maybe. Who knows?
Good point. Good point.
Uh,
Good point.
but we'll see y'all next week with episode 42 and 43.
Excellent.
Signing off.